Good Monday morning. I am, of course, Genevieve Jones-Wright, founder and lead empower mentor of Motivation.In.Action, and welcome to another Motivational Mondays. I am so happy to have my special guest this morning, the one and the only, the chocolate and the beautiful, the multi-talented, Jonnae Thompson. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the lovely introduction.
Well, thank you for being so lovely.
Thank you.
So, I take a lot of pride when I get to tell people that you're my cousin.
Yes, and we real cousins,
Right.
not play cousins.
Exactly.
Biological.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it's always good to have a legend in your family.
Oh.
And I had the other legend of the family, your father, Preacher Man, here for all of June. So that was an amazing, we had an amazing time having conversations.
There we go. Shout out to Preacher Man.
And shout out to Shotty G.
Shotty G, the man in SD, a.k.a. Terrell, extreme carpet cleaning. We got legends all in the family. You see?
I know.
We got Genevieve,
So going along with that, we're both San Diego natives.
Yes.
What else is it about Jonnae? What else is it about your story that you would like to tell people?
I come from a very huge family. We have a solid foundation. Growing up, we were raised in the church. We were the church. So that has a lot to do with who I am today, even being as comfortable as I am in front of people. The church was my first stage. That was our first stage for everything from choir to rapping to we did it all, dancing, even teaching. I remember you being one of my Sunday school teachers at one point. So I feel like a lot of that started right here in San Diego on Market Street. Shout out to Solid Rock Missionary Baptist Church. That was
where your father, Preacher Man, was the pastor.
Yes, and I just found out an interesting fun fact. Rest in peace to Willie Morrow, another legend, but he was actually responsible for us having that building on Market. So just so full circle, and here we are. A part of who I am. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister, cousin. I am entertainer. Everything from a writer to I've directed, I've produced, vocalist. There's a lot. I'm a Renaissance woman.
Yes, you are. So you talked about the church being your first stage. So
Yes.
I want to concentrate on that part of your story, you as an entertainer.
Oh, yes.
So as an entertainer, what do you do exactly?
What I'm most known for is my stand-up comedy. I've been doing that now. We're coming up on 14 years. So it's been a journey, but I've also got a chance to do some screen work. So everything from theater to television and film. It's been a ride. It's been a journey. I've got a chance to do some recording. So I'm also a recording artist. I've done some voiceover work. Modeling. It's been just basically using all the gifts and talents has been the last, I would say, at least 10 years of my life have been dedicated to doing that full time. I've had some other gigs sprinkled in between, but that's been my bread and butter.
When you said 14 years, I was like, oh my goodness, has it been that long? Because I remember us going up to LA as a family to see you do your very first show.
My first show at the Comedy Store.
Yes, on Sunset, right?
Yep, Sunset Boulevard.
So if I find that picture, I'm going to put it up.
Oh yeah, I think I have it, so I'll find it. I'll make sure you have it too.
Yes.
Yep.
So, we love to support you. And I know some people are looking saying, I know that I've seen her somewhere. So I've definitely seen you everywhere. But where have folks seen you?
If you've seen Revolt TV's Funny AF, I was on seasons 1 and 2. On True TV's Laugh Tracks, I was able to do one of my jokes on there, had it reenacted, but I also was an actress on there, supporting cast for some other comedians' jokes as well. All Dev Digital, Kevin Stage Studios, The Keep Your Distance. If you were at home during the pandemic supporting comedy, you may have seen me on that. The Comedy Store, Laugh Factory. You may have seen me some of those places.
Everywhere. So as a vocalist,
Yes.
where does that come in?
Well, it definitely started in the church. We were the choir, my family, including you, sisters, brothers. I had the opportunity to grow my voice, everything from soprano, alto, tenor. But taking that gift, I've been able to do everything from musical theater to some collaboration work. So I've done background vocals, but I've also have some music out there right now. If you want to look up the project Free Action, it's a nice collaboration with me and some folks from Sweden, and it's a nice vibe. It's message music. Got tracks on there that are prevalent now. In the past, featured some heavy lyrical content there, so check that out.
International stuff.
Yeah, international.
I love it.
Got some dope remixes on there. Europe was loving it, you know.
I love that. Well, we got to get you down at David's Heart Foundation and do some
Yeah.
recording in the studio.
Oh yeah, I would love that.
Indeed.
It's been too long. You know, I started doing some stuff with David's Heart back in the day too. We got memories.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I'm glad to see the growth, the progression. It's beautiful to witness.
Yeah. And we have our young men producing this show
Yes.
behind the camera right
So
now.
professional too.
Right?
Yes.
It's just awesome.
I've been on a lot of sets, and this is one of them. They're so open-hearted and kind. They made sure we have everything we needed. Just good energy from the moment we walked in. So shout out to the production team here at David's Heart.
And that's super important, right? The energy
Yeah.
when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
about to do a show or do anything.
Yeah, especially interviews, camera work. You can tell when when the energy is off. You can tell. So it's nice when you're welcome from the moment in, and the space just feels good. You usually get a great finished product.
Yes. So what are you known for, comedy-wise? Like the kind of jokes that you tell. How would you describe that?
I'm known for my storytelling. I'm known for my impressions. I'm known for, people say that I kind of have like a voice that's necessary for this generation. So I've heard that there isn't really anybody like me in comedy, and I take that to, that really means a lot to me. I really do pour in a lot of just authentically who I am. I don't try to be like anybody else. When something doesn't feel right, I won't do it. I'm quick to, adapt. I've been told that my comedy is universal, that it can reach people from many different backgrounds. Known for my writing. Been told that that's a great skill set that I have, and more so now get into sketch comedy and things like that too. So as the comedy parameters are changing, like we are in a space where we can't just do live. We got to translate that onto online stuff now too. So dibbling and dabbling in that. Yeah.
When did you know you were funny? Because I can tell you that you've made me laugh from the time you were born. You've always been a very funny person. Your brother, Terrell, is comedy.
Yes.
Shotty can even be funny himself sometimes. Sometimes. But when did you know, like, you were funny and you were going to do comedy? Like, that was going to be your thing?
Well, I had an early idea that I was funny in elementary school. But I did mistake it, because a lot of times when you're funny too, you got to find that space of when it's appropriate to be funny. So I did get in trouble a lot. Sometimes just like my conduct, I would be funny at the wrong time sometimes, or definitely got the easily distracted and easily distracts others. But to me, that's what comedy is. We are built to kind of distract people from, whether it's chaos, whether it's being tired, whether it's physical pain. Like, that is our job. That's our duty, to kind of take you away from that for a minute and put you into a place of bliss, joy, laughter. Like, that in itself is therapeutic. It's proven that it is medicinal. Once I was in high school, it was when I graduated. Just those yearbook comments, that's what stands out to me. There were so many people who just spoke that over my life before I even recognized that I would be a stand-up comedian. There were people writing, make sure you give me tickets to your comedy show, and I had no idea that I would be a stand-up comedian.
You are exactly where you need to be, doing what you should be doing. You're only going to get higher in all of this. But I have to ask you, have there been challenges? You're young. You're from San Diego, so it's not like, it's not LA. So like, how did you break into this?
Yeah, there's definitely some challenges. San Diego is a major city, but LA is definitely a major city with a whole different type of just energy that is unmatched. So there were just a lot of figuring it out along the way of everything from finances to how I'm going to get to shows. There was a huge point in time where just transportation alone was a challenge, but I was the type that would do it, ride the bus for 2-3 hours to perform for 10 minutes, like insane, But those challenges of just even trying to find stages sometimes, there is no human resources in our career, our field. So even those things of like, who do you complain to there if you're not being paid? If you these things where it's just it's a career like no other. Challenges of being a woman sometimes. It's a very male dominated industry. So I like seeing my girls too. So sometimes, just that like being the only girl on the lineup, those sort of challenges, or a lot of times what we are doing now, or a lot of us are just self-produced. So we put together the lineups we want to see. So whether it's, there's times where you'll see a flyer and there's not a single Black person. So now you'll see once we get our space and our opportunities, we're giving our people our opportunities too, like just doing what we can with what we can, like has been how we are navigating through those challenges. The pandemic was a huge challenge because I'm such a energy. That's what our job is to exchange energy. So it was a little harder to do through a Zoom. We tried to do our Zoom shows. They were fun. I will say they were something. But I'm so glad that now things are opening back up, that we're able to be live. Like nothing beats that. Hearing real laughs, in
real time.
In real time, yeah.
So what would you leave with the audience today?
I would say that whatever you feel you want to do with your life in terms of what makes you happy, what brings you joy, what can you do day and night, what would you even do even if you did it for free? Like whatever that thing is, go after it, do it. Don't be afraid. The what ifs don't really matter. If that thing has been calling at you for quite some time, just give it a try. You got to take that leap. So whatever that is for you, if it's a new hobby, if it's a career choice, if it's challenging yourself to try something that you've been afraid, even if it's a activity, something of that nature, just go after it. And another thing is for those who are entrepreneurs, even in those rough seasons, those slow seasons, just know that things are going to get better, that our job is just to not quit, that we are invested in ourselves, and that's something that some people will never ever get to experience. But if you are doing that, keep doing it and it will pay off.
I love that. Well, you've heard it from the queen herself, the legend and the legendary Jonnae Thompson. Invest in yourself. Nothing beats that. And when times get rough, you just got to keep going. Things are going to get better. And I love what she said in the beginning part of it. So keep that with you because, and I'm going to paraphrase, if you work at what you love, then you never have a day of work. So find what you're passionate about. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed hearing more of your story.
Thank you.
And the wisdom that you gave to us today on Motivational Mondays.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us for this week's Motivational Mondays. I'm going to see you next week, same time, same place, right here, with more inspiration to help you jumpstart your week. Now, if you found this week's conversation inspirational or motivational in any way, maybe you got a gem to carry with you throughout the day or the week, please feel free to like, comment, and share. Because remember, everyone can use some motivation. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. I'll see you next week.